Hey everybody, Carson Kelly here. Welcome to a brand new review video, and today we will be reviewing the movie Warfare from A24 and director Alex Garland, who directed the movie Civil War. While I have not seen Civil War, boy do I got some thoughts on this film that I have seen today with the title of Warfare. Well, to be completely honest, Warfare is terrifying, brutal, and very intense. Seeing it on the biggest screen possible was definitely an experience I recommend to anybody who is interested in these army-like movies. But here is the twist. It is a very heavy and brutal, intensifying film. From start to finish, my entire theater was dead quiet, no pun intended. That was a shitty joke, but yeah, but it was dead quiet for a good part of the movie. I'll say about 2 or 3 times where the theater was dead quiet for like 10-15 minutes and whatnot. And at scenes where they were getting ambushed, the scenes of the loading of the cars towards the end, the ending minutes, and of when the enemies in the movie were looking over some of the at the ending when the car is pulled away and all the enemies are looking at the remains of the soldiers in the movie. The whole theater went quiet at that point. Then the ending credits were started rolling with the behind the scenes footage and that very, very extremely eerie song. God, I can't get that one out of my head. That's definitely an eerie song for sure. But this is definitely a movie you would want to see on the biggest screen possible, whether that's IMAX or the laser thing at AMC. Now the film, I don't have a score in mind, but since you always have to give scores and whatnot, I'll give it a 5 out of 5 and a 10 out of 10 for what it is. It was definitely an experience, and it genuinely made me terrified at multiple points. And the entire theater felt the same. Nobody was eating or drinking their food or their drinks they got beforehand the movie. It was dead silent in that theater. You could hear your own thoughts with how quiet it was. Or the breathing, of course, of the soldiers on the movie. Now, for some of the actors during the film, I'll have to give Joseph Quinn and Will Porter. I'm very familiar with their works, with Will Porter being Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and one of my all-time favorite roles of his being, I think his name was Kevin in We're the Millers. I could be wrong on the character name, but I know he was in We're the Millers, and he played a big part in that film. But my new favorite film from Will Porter is his role here in Warfare. Phenomenal performance by him. Then, of course, Joseph Quinn, which I'm familiar with him the most out of the Netflix series Stranger Things. He did great in that film. I mean, that series. I mean, it's like a film with how long those episodes are, but he's also cast in the upcoming Marvel Studios Fantastic Four, so I'm looking forward to seeing Joseph Quinn in that movie later this year, which I will be reviewing, of course. But back on topic here to Warfare, it's brutally terrifying, and it's probably one of the most, I don't want to say realistic, because I've never been to these situations and whatnot, but I'll probably say this is probably one of the most realistic in a sense of a combat situation, if that's what you can call it. I don't know the proper terminology. It's a whole different ball game. I'm just a dude reviewing movies and video games, so this is a whole different ball game. But comparing this to some other movies that this reminds me of, it's kind of a little bit of Jarhead. I mean, it's a little different from this, but Jarhead has its moments, but this film has tons of... You gotta go see this one, folks. This is definitely a film you have to see. Now another film I'll compare it to, which is one of the greatest army/military movies I've ever seen, was the legendary film called Black Hawk Down. I believe that was also based on a true story. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe Warfare was based on a true story, because at the end credits they were showing real-life photos, images, and videos, clips of what these men went through. And boy, whew, They tackled it well in the movie. I'll give them that, because it was terrifying. The whole theater was dead silent for a good part of the movie today. As I'm recording this, I saw it just a few hours ago. But and don't forget, folks, to check out my written review on CarsonKellyBlogs.com. But hey, if you don't like reading and you like just listening and watching, you can, well, enjoy your viewing experience here on my channel for this review. But yeah, a review score, I'm going to throw a 5 out of 5 and a 10 out of 10. Because it's truly an exceptional film that tackles some brutal and terrifying things that these people go through. It's pretty ridiculous, but man, the sound design of this film is probably the best sound I've heard in a movie in probably 20 years. Truthfully. When it comes down to sound and visual, this film takes it. I don't know if the Oscars has like a sound design award, but if they do, Warfare should get it instantly. It captures the audio, the eeriness, the fear. Also, the music department did really good on this film. And boy, what a twist it was at the opening of this film, seeing all the soldiers, I guess, in like a boot camp / camp thing, or barracks. I believe it's called barracks, and they're just singing songs and shit. And the next scene we see them is they're a freaking shoulder to shoulder, locked and loaded, ready to go into I believe it's a I forget how the scene was, but it was in the street. It was very dark, and this is when the theater went dead silent. We were all like, "Oh shit, it's getting serious now." And boy, did it get serious. I mean, I think there was a little bit of shots fired during that scene. I don't remember, but it's definitely a movie you have to see. I'll give it that. But that opening scene with the popular song by Eric Pride's "Call on Me," I believe that's the name. It's like "Call Me," something like that, and it's a good song. I think that song's been around for years. But this movie definitely tackles on things, and I believe a lot of people should watch this film. But it's not like a comedy movie or a sci flick. This is, or like some Happy Gilmore type thing where you laugh. This is a very serious, gritty, dark, brutal, very intense technical film. But yeah, folks, I don't know what else to say about this film, because I'm still kind of speechless with how they did the sound and visuals of this film, because boy, it ain't gonna leave you for a little while after this one. But it was cool how they had at the ending they showed behind the scenes footage of the set and whatnot of Warfare, and they show like how they had big blue screens around to make Iraq come to life, basically. And I believe they filmed it all here in the States, obviously. And they had like, blue screens and stuff, and they had some of the people, the surviving soldiers who were part of this operation that went wrong. If I believe I'm correct, it was like an operation that went wrong or something. And the surviving soldiers were part of the behind-the-scenes footage, and they were showing the actors how to move like they did and stuff, and that was pretty cool. And most of their faces at the end were censored. I don't know what that means when they have to censor them, but I guess it's just to hide their identity and whatnot. So yeah, Warfare, it's definitely a film you have to see it either on DVD or digital, but I highly recommend to see it on the big screen, because the sound, with how they did it's probably the best sound design I've heard in an entertainment piece in over 20 years. In a movie, probably 20 years, yeah. I can't remember the last film that I watched that had the best sound design possible. And I believe when I saw this today, it was on IMAX, so I don't know what the technology is for IMAX audio, but boy, this was a good film, let me tell you. And yeah, folks, that's all I really have to say for my review of Warfare here on this review. Overall, good film. Terrifying. Brutal. Intense. But boy, the sounds and the screams these actors made during this film, woo! It was something else, folks, let me tell you. But if you enjoyed today's video of review of Warfare from A24, directed by Alex Garland, please hit that like button and go see the movie for yourself, either at your AMC theater or Regal or Fandango. I prefer AMC because I think they're one of the best out there. So go check it out in an AMC theater. I don't know when Warfare ends its theatrical run, but I believe it's almost coming to a close. So if you don't get the chance to see it on the big screen, maybe you do like a pre-order on digital or DVD. And yeah, folks, that is all I have to say for Warfare by Alex Garland and A24. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time on the next review we do in the coming future. So stay tuned and be sure to check out Carson Kelly Blogs for a full-length, beautiful written review of Warfare from A24 and Alex Garland. And yeah, folks, that's all from me. Hope you have a great night. Take care of yourselves, and yeah, go check out a couple movies because movies are good, especially on the big screen. They're really good, let me tell you. And this one was a terrifying film after just watching Thunderbolts from a few days ago. I mean, hey, Thunderbolts was a dark story too and all, but man, this one was terrifying, brutal, and man, whew, it was something, let me tell you. But that's all for me, folks. Take care, everybody. Have a good night, good day, and hope you have a good weekend and all that fun stuff. All right, talk to you soon. Peace.